Hi everyone, Miss Michelle here. Today we're going to look at comparing numbers. So to compare numbers, you want to see if they are equal, one is greater, or one is less than the other. And these are the symbols that you would use. To compare two numbers, we can use a representation of the numbers, such as the base 10 block shown here, or you can use the value of digits that make up the numbers. The examples are shown here. So if you're using a representation of the numbers, here in the base 10 blocks we have 1 100, 3 tens, and 2 units, which make the number 132. And in this representation you have 1 200s, 1 2 3 4 tens, and 5 units, so 245. Then we write the numbers side by side and put the symbol greater than, equal to, or, in this case, less than. So 132 is less than 245. Now let's look at using the value of digits that make up the numbers. So when you're comparing two numbers, you begin with the digits that have the highest value, meaning the thousands, then the hundreds, then the tens, and then the units last. So here we are comparing the hundreds, and we can already see at this point that the 300 is greater than the 100. So we know right away, without even looking at the rest of the numbers, that this is larger. Now if we look at the digits that are equal, for example here, both numbers have 3 in the hundreds position, so we cannot use this to help us. They're equal. However, if we move on to the 4 and the 7 in the tens positions, we can see that the 70 is larger than the 40. So we do not even have to look at the units, because right away we can see whichever number contains the 70 is larger. And in this case, it is 379 is greater than 346. You can also read it as 346 is less than 379. Okay, now let's look at an example of this. So here we are comparing two different numbers using base 10 representations. So in the first number we have 1, 2, 2 in the hundreds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 tens, and 1, 2, 2 units. So we're looking at 252 is the first number, and then 1, 2, 2 in the hundreds, and we see right away that these two have the same amount of hundreds, so we can't compare with the hundreds. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 in the tens, and this also has 5 in the tens, so we won't be able to use the tens position to compare these numbers. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the units, so 254. The 4 in the units position is larger than the 2 in the units position. Therefore, we know this number, second number, is larger. And we would read this as 252 is less than 254. And we know there's a difference here. This is a sentence, expressing it in a sentence. You have 4 units here and 2 units here. So we know there are 2 units more in 254. This is comparing in a sentence once again. That's it for now.